What's up, y'all? It's your girl AphroditeBritney, and I'm in here finna kick a few words with legends on the rise.
So, Miss AphroditeBritney, tell me where you're from.
I am born and raised in Anniston, Alabama.
What was life like growing up in Anniston, Alabama for you?
Life growing up in Anniston was, I don't even know how to explain it. It was dangerous, fun, exciting. But I also kind of grew up in Dallas, Texas, too. I would go there every summer and every other Christmas, all the way up until I graduated high school. So growing up in Anniston, it was just kind of different from how I was growing up in Dallas. But it was definitely an experience, and I love my hometown.
Gotcha. So, how'd you end up in Dallas, spending time in Dallas?
My dad was in the Army, and he was actually stationed in Fort McClellan in Anniston, and that's how he met my mom. And here I am. The rest is history.
Gotcha. So, you said you spent many days in Dallas. What was the difference, a major difference you saw between Dallas and Anniston?
The major difference is definitely the surroundings, but my family in Dallas is kind of more of it's a big family. And so I got to see a lot of different of my family members doing different things, as opposed to in Anniston, it's really just my mom and my siblings and my grandma and my uncles. Like, we're very small. It's always just us. So growing up in Dallas, I got to experience the love with big family. And I think it kind of helped to balance me out. So I feel like I have the upside and then, kind of the downside.
Gotcha. So, you're a woman that wear many hats and you do many different things. I know you have your vlog, you're heavy into fashion, you're an influencer. So, tell me about some of the things that you do.
Some of the things I do, well, I am full-time employed somewhere. But outside of that, I be doing everything. I do fashion consults. I cook and sell food. Of course, I do YouTube, and I absolutely love doing YouTube. That's probably the favorite hat I wear. So I just do whatever I can. I used to be a bottle girl at a club. That was fun. I might start back doing that, actually. But that's about all that I do. And I used to have a boutique with my sister, but as we were doing that, I found that really wasn't for me. I didn't really care to do that, so I just kind of let my sister have it.
Gotcha. You also went to college for a short time as well, right?
I did. I went to Jacksonville State University.
Okay. So it appears to me with all the things that you have going on that then you have the aspirations to be an influencer. So how did you aspire to be, and what motivated you to be an influencer and to get off into the areas that you are in?
Well, I always kind of knew that just working was not for me, just like college was not for me. But I knew that I just didn't want to just not do anything. I always wanted to pursue my goals. I've been trying to model since I was a teenager. But it's just something like I'm passionate about it, but I'm just not as passionate. So that came the YouTube thing, and I kind of got into that, and it's doing very well. People would always tell me I need to do it. So that's just how I kind of got into it. I just knew I just wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to motivate people. I wanted to inspire people. And that's kind of what I went with.
Okay. So is YouTube, would you say YouTube is probably your main platform that you use now? Or
Yes.
it is? Okay. All right, gotcha. So how long has it been since you've been posting your content on YouTube, and since you've been doing that? How long has it been?
I started doing YouTube, and my very first video was in October of last year.
Okay. Do you remember what your first video was?
My first video was, I did like 5 days of affirmations. And to be honest, I can't even tell you what the first video was about.
Right.
I just know it was an affirmation, but I can't remember which affirmation it was. I just know that I thought it was so bad. I watched it the next day and I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. It just makes me cringe.
Gotcha. And when did you post that?
I posted my first video, it was October 17th.
Okay, gotcha. How often do you post content?
Whew. Right now, it's about every 2 weeks, but I'm looking to get more consistent and give more of my focus to it. So I'm trying to do it once a week. and then eventually move to 2 times a week. But it's kind of hard, kind of be work and then be a full-time mom. But I'm gonna get there.
Gotcha. So you say full-time mom.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how old are your kids?
My girl, her name is Kinsley. She is 9, and my boy, his name is Kyson. He is 3.
Okay, gotcha. So I know that's a lot, being a full-time mom, working a full-time job and trying to start your own a career as an influencer. How do you manage to balance and doing all three and being successful at all three?
I just try to take advantage of the time that I do have. Most of the time, I do have a great support system and village for my kids. So when I need to get stuff done, I can always call on my mom or my sister or somebody and just stay focused and just keep trying and just do what I can and not try to just put so much on myself because that's all I can do.
Now, who motivates you and who inspires you as it relates to people that might be in the same industry that you're trying to head towards? Who do you kind of look up to, or as it relates to that?
When it comes to influencers and things of that nature, it's so many women that's just doing amazing things with it that I can't just pinpoint just one person. That's all about that.
Okay. Now, what is your thought process as it relates to creating your content? How do you know, like, this is what I need to post next, or what is your thought process in creating that content?
I do receive a lot of feedback, so that's what I try to focus on, and constructive criticism and stuff. And I'm my biggest critic, so I try to give people what they ask for. People will always hit me up and say, I want to see you do this. But with me starting out, I can't do everything that everybody's asking for, but I eventually will because that's who I'm doing it for, the people that's watching, the audience. So I just try to think of when I do my thought process, it's like, okay, is this going to work? Is this going to be funny? Is people going to look at this and say, okay, she's real. I just want to be, what word? Let me see. Relatable.
Right.
Yes, I just want my content to be relatable.
Got you. So what's in the near future for Miss AphroditeBritney? What do you have in the works, and what are your long-term and your short-term goals?
I have a lot of things in the work. My mind is constantly moving. I'm a Virgo, and I'm just always thinking of plans. And I have so much dope ideas. I just can't wait for the world to see it. In the long term, in 6 months, my goal, I plan to have 1,000 subscribers. So make sure y'all subscribe, okay? And just create good content and focus more on my brand to get where I need to be.
Gotcha. So tell the people who would like to subscribe to your YouTube channel or your Instagram or any of your social media information, how can they find that information on YouTube or your social media?
Okay, my name is the same on almost everything, so y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is AphroditeBritney. That's Aphrodite and Britney Britney. I have to spell it because I know it's kind of difficult, but that's what it is. That is also my name on Instagram, but on Instagram, it's no space between the Aphrodite and Britney. And y'all can also follow me on Twitter. It's AphroBritney on Twitter, and those are all my handles.
Okay, thank you for coming in and chatting with us today, Miss Aphrodite.
Thank y'all for having me.